Greetings to all. In life, thoughts are like seeds planted in the fertile soil of our minds. Whether these seeds blossom into vibrant flowers or thorny weeds depends entirely on how we nurture them. Negative thoughts, much like weeds, creep into our minds unnoticed and take root. But just as a skilled gardener tends to their garden, you too can cultivate your inner world. Negative thoughts are not the enemy, they are merely an indication that something needs attention. Instead of resisting them, let us understand their source, address their roots, and transform our inner landscape into one of clarity, balance, and joy. Here are the keys to making this shift. Before you can address negative thoughts, the first and most crucial step is to become aware of them. Many of us operate on autopilot, allowing thoughts to flow unchecked through our minds. Negative thoughts, in particular, often creep in subtly, shaping our emotions and behaviors without our conscious realization. This lack of awareness keeps us trapped in cycles of worry, fear, and self-doubt. Awareness is not about fighting or suppressing negative thoughts. It is about shining a light on them and observing them as they are. When you take a moment to pause and notice what is happening in your mind, you create a space between yourself and the thought. In this space, you can see the thought for what it truly is: a fleeting mental event, not a definitive truth about you or your life. This process requires curiosity and non-judgment. Instead of labeling thoughts as good or bad, simply recognize them as they arise. Ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? How does this thought make me feel? What triggered it? By doing so, you become an observer of your mind rather than a participant in its drama. It's important to remember that awareness is not a skill reserved for moments of crisis. It is a habit to cultivate in your daily life. Begin by setting aside time each day to check in with yourself. You might do this during a quiet moment in the morning, while journaling, or through mindfulness practices. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to recognize patterns in your thinking. Once you become aware, you gain the power to choose your response. A thought only has power over you when you react to it unconsciously. Awareness allows you to pause, reflect, and decide how to engage with the thought, or if you even want to engage with it at all. This shift from reaction to response is the first step in reclaiming control over your inner world. Through awareness, you begin to see negative thoughts not as enemies but as opportunities for growth. They highlight areas where you may need healing, reflection, or change. Rather than fearing them, you can use them as tools to better understand yourself and shape your mind toward positivity. One of the most profound realizations you can have is that you are not your thoughts. For most people, the mind operates like an unchecked chatterbox, continuously spinning stories, ideas, judgments, and worries. It's easy to get so entangled with these mental narratives that they feel like an intrinsic part of who you are. However, thoughts are merely activities of the mind, not the essence of your being. Imagine sitting by a river watching leaves float downstream. Each leaf represents a thought. They come and go, carried by the current, yet they do not change the essence of the river. Similarly, your thoughts flow through your mind, but they are not you. Separating yourself from your thoughts means recognizing this distinction. You are the observer, the awareness behind the thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. This separation is not about suppression or avoidance. Suppressing thoughts often makes them stronger, while avoidance creates fear of them. Instead, it's about stepping back and watching them with detachment. When a thought arises, take a moment to acknowledge it without judgment. Say to yourself, here is a thought, rather than, this is my reality. This simple shift helps you break the habit of over-identification. A practical way to experience this separation is through mindfulness. Pay attention to your inner dialogue without engaging with it. For example, if a thought says, I'm not good enough, notice it as a mental event, not a truth. Label it as a thought. This is a self-critical thought, and let it pass like a cloud drifting across the sky. By doing this, you create a sense of distance between yourself and the thought, reducing its emotional grip on you. Another effective approach is to question the validity of your thoughts. Not all thoughts are grounded in reality. In fact, many are distorted by fears, assumptions, and past experiences. When you separate yourself from your thoughts, you can examine them objectively. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? Does it serve me? Often, you'll find that the thought loses its power under scrutiny. Understanding that thoughts are temporary and ever-changing is liberating. A negative thought that feels overwhelming in one moment might seem trivial or even irrelevant later. This impermanence is a reminder that you are not bound by the contents of your mind. By observing thoughts without attachment, you reclaim your inner freedom and create space for clarity, peace, and purposeful action. This practice takes time and patience. The mind is accustomed to identifying with its own activity, so unlearning this habit requires consistent effort. However, each moment you spend cultivating this awareness is a step toward mastery of your mind. Over time, you'll find that your thoughts no longer define you, and you'll discover a deeper sense of self that is untouched by the ebb and flow of mental chatter. The present moment is the only reality we truly have, yet it is the one place we often neglect. Our minds frequently wander to the past, replaying memories, regrets, or what ifs, or race ahead to the future, imagining scenarios filled with hopes or anxieties. While the past can teach us lessons and the future can inspire us to dream, life itself is unfolding right now. To remove negative thoughts, we must learn to anchor ourselves in the present, where negativity holds less sway. Negative thoughts often draw their strength from time. Regret and guilt come from revisiting the past, while worry and fear stem from projecting into the future. But in this very moment, as you breathe in and out, you'll find that most of these thoughts lose their urgency. The present moment offers a clarity and simplicity that is free from the clutter of what was or what might be. Embracing the present is not about ignoring the past or future, it's about grounding yourself in what is real at this very moment. Start by bringing your attention to your breath. The breath is always in the present, you cannot breathe in the past or the future. Close your eyes for a moment and feel the sensation of air entering and leaving your body. Notice the rhythm and the calm it brings. This simple practice helps you reconnect with the now. Engage your senses fully in whatever you are doing. If you are walking, feel the ground beneath your feet. If you are eating, savor the textures and flavors of your food. When you immerse yourself in sensory experiences, your mind becomes less preoccupied with negative thoughts and more attuned to the richness of the present. Another way to embrace the power of the present is through gratitude. In this moment, what can you appreciate? It could be the warmth of sunlight, the sound of birds chirping, or even the quiet stillness around you. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack or worry to abundance and peace, grounding you further in the here and now. When you live in the present, you create a space where negative thoughts cannot thrive. This doesn't mean those thoughts will stop arising, but their power diminishes because you are not feeding them with attention. Instead, you are directing your energy toward what truly matters, the life unfolding before you. The present moment is not only a refuge from negativity, but also a gateway to creativity, joy, and insight. It is where you connect with yourself and the world around you without the filters of past conditioning or future expectations. Each moment you spend fully present is a step toward breaking free from the grip of negative thoughts and embracing the limitless possibilities of now. Our perspective shapes the way we experience the world. Negative thoughts often arise from a narrow or skewed perspective and interpretation of events that amplifies fear, doubt, or criticism. Reframing your perspective is the art of shifting how you view a situation, thought, or challenge. This shift does not mean ignoring difficulties, but rather choosing to see them from a broader, more constructive angle. When a negative thought surfaces, it's easy to assume that it reflects an absolute truth. For instance, you might think, I failed, so I'm not good enough. This perspective is limiting and final, as though one event defines your entire worth. Reframing involves stepping back and questioning this narrative. Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, you can reframe it as a lesson. What can I learn from this? How can it help me grow? This small shift can transform a moment of despair into an opportunity for growth. Reframing is rooted in the understanding that thoughts are not facts, they are interpretations. Two people can experience the same event and have completely different responses based on their perspectives. By consciously choosing how you frame your experiences, you reclaim control over your emotional and mental state. One effective way to reframe is by finding the hidden positives in a situation. For example, if you face criticism, instead of dwelling on feelings of inadequacy, consider the value of feedback. Ask yourself, how can this help me improve? If you encounter a setback, think, what strengths can I develop from this experience? By actively searching for the silver lining, you train your mind to focus on possibilities rather than problems. Another approach is to put situations into context. Negative thoughts often magnify challenges, making them seem insurmountable. Reframing allows you to take a step back and see the bigger picture. If you're worried about a mistake, ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? More often than not, what feels overwhelming in the moment will seem much smaller when viewed with perspective. Gratitude is a powerful tool for reframing. When faced with a challenge, consider what remains good or stable in your life. For instance, if you're stuck in traffic and feeling frustrated, you might reframe the moment by appreciating the music playing on the radio or the fact that you have a safe vehicle. These small shifts help to ground you in positivity, even amid difficulty. Reframing also involves letting go of assumptions and rigid beliefs. Sometimes negative thoughts stem from expecting life to follow a certain script. If things don't go as planned, we label the situation as bad. But what if the detour is leading you to something better? Reframing encourages flexibility and openness, allowing you to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. Ultimately, reframing your perspective is not about denying challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about choosing to see situations in a way that empowers you rather than diminishes you. With practice, this mindset becomes second nature, enabling you to navigate life's ups and downs with resilience and clarity. Physical activity is one of the most effective and accessible ways to manage negative thoughts and improve mental clarity. When the mind is overwhelmed with negativity, it's often a sign that energy is stuck or stagnant. Movement acts as a natural release, helping to shift this energy and create a sense of renewal. By engaging the body, you also engage the mind in a constructive and grounding way. Exercise stimulates the release of endorphins, often referred to as feel-good hormones. These chemicals naturally uplift your mood, reduce stress, and diminish feelings of anxiety or sadness. Even a short burst of physical activity, such as a brisk walk or a few stretches, can bring noticeable relief, breaking the cycle of rumination that feeds negative thoughts. Moreover, physical activity demands focus, whether it's the rhythm of your breathing during a run, the alignment of your body in yoga, or the precision needed in strength training. Movement draws your attention into the present moment. This focus helps to quiet the mental noise and allows you to step away from unhelpful thought patterns. The type of activity you choose can vary depending on your needs and preferences. For some, high-energy workouts like running, dancing, or cycling provide a powerful outlet for releasing pent-up tension. For others, gentle movements like walking in nature, practicing Tai Chi, or engaging in mindful yoga offer a calming and restorative effect. The key is to find an activity that resonates with you and fits seamlessly into your routine. Being in nature while engaging in physical activity amplifies its benefits. A walk in a park, a hike through the woods, or even gardening connects you to the natural world, which has a soothing effect on the mind. The sounds, smells, and sights of nature remind you of the larger rhythms of life, helping to put your thoughts into perspective. Group activities or sports can also be incredibly uplifting. Sharing a physical experience with others fosters a sense of connection and community. This connection can be a powerful antidote to feelings of isolation or negativity, reminding you that you are not alone in your struggles. In addition to its immediate effects, regular physical activity builds resilience over time. A healthy body supports a healthy mind, and the discipline of maintaining a fitness routine translates into mental strength. As you notice your body becoming stronger and more capable, you'll likely find that your mindset follows suit. Challenges that once seemed daunting may start to feel more manageable as your confidence grows. Physical activity is not just about moving your body, it's about aligning your physical, mental, and emotional energies. Every time you engage in movement, you signal to your mind that you are capable of taking action, even when faced with negativity. This act of empowerment ripples through your thoughts and emotions, creating a foundation for positivity and well-being. The environment we immerse ourselves in plays a significant role in shaping our thoughts, emotions, and overall state of mind. Negative thoughts often feed off negativity around us, whether it comes from the people we interact with, the content we consume, or the spaces we inhabit. Surrounding yourself with positivity is about consciously curating your external and internal environment to support a healthier and more uplifting mindset. The people we spend the most time with greatly influence how we feel and think. Being around individuals who constantly complain, criticize, or spread negativity can drain your energy and reinforce negative thought patterns. On the other hand, surrounding yourself with people who inspire, encourage, and challenge you in constructive ways can help uplift your spirits and broaden your perspective. Seek out those who radiate optimism, who see solutions instead of problems, and who remind you of your own strengths when you forget them. Creating a positive environment also involves what you allow into your mind. The media you consume, whether it's social media, news, books, or entertainment, can have a powerful impact on your thought patterns. Pay attention to how certain types of content make you feel. If scrolling through social media leaves you feeling inadequate or anxious, consider limiting your exposure. Instead, choose to consume content that educates, inspires, or brings joy. Podcasts, videos, or articles that focus on personal growth, success stories, or acts of kindness can shift your mental energy in a more positive direction. The spaces you inhabit also matter. A cluttered or chaotic environment can amplify feelings of stress and overwhelm. Take the time to organize and personalize your surroundings in ways that make you feel at ease. Small changes like adding plants, improving lighting, or displaying items that bring you joy can transform a space into a sanctuary of positivity. When your surroundings are calming and inviting, your mind is more likely to reflect that state. Positivity also comes from engaging in activities that nourish your spirit. Surround yourself with experiences that bring you joy and fulfillment, whether it's pursuing a hobby, spending time in nature, or volunteering. These activities not only provide a break from negativity, but also remind you of the beauty and meaning in life. It's also important to remember that positivity isn't about avoiding challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about balancing life's inevitable difficulties with sources of strength and encouragement. Surrounding yourself with positivity doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world. It means intentionally choosing influences that help you grow and thrive. Finally, fostering positivity involves being mindful of the energy you bring into your own environment. Are you contributing kindness, encouragement, and gratitude to your interactions? When you make an effort to share positivity with others, it often comes back to you, creating a cycle of upliftment that benefits everyone involved. Surrounding yourself with positivity is a conscious act of self-care. It's about creating a world both inside and out that supports your well-being and empowers you to rise above negativity. Over time, this practice becomes a protective shield, helping you maintain a positive mindset no matter what life brings your way. Gratitude is one of the most transformative practices for shifting your mindset and reducing the grip of negative thoughts. It is a conscious act of recognizing and appreciating the good in your life, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. While negative thoughts often arise from focusing on what is lacking or going wrong, gratitude redirects your attention to abundance, beauty, and possibility. At its core, gratitude is not about denying challenges or pretending life is perfect. Instead, it's about acknowledging that even in the midst of difficulties, there are still aspects of life worth appreciating. When you practice gratitude, you cultivate a habit of looking for the positive, which can shift your perspective and create a more balanced view of your circumstances. One simple yet powerful way to practice gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to write down 3 things you're grateful for. These can be as grand as achieving a goal or as simple as a kind smile from a stranger, the warmth of sunlight, or a comforting meal. Over time, this practice trains your mind to seek out and focus on the positive aspects of life, even during challenging times. Gratitude can also be practiced in the moment. When you feel overwhelmed by negative thoughts, pause and consciously identify something in your immediate environment to be thankful for. It might be the chair supporting you, the air you breathe, or the technology allowing you to connect with others. By grounding yourself in present gratitude, you create a mental space where negativity has less influence. Expressing gratitude to others is another way to deepen the practice. A heartfelt thank you to a friend, colleague, or family member not only strengthens your relationships but also reminds you of the support and kindness you have in your life. Sharing gratitude spreads positivity, creating a ripple effect that can uplift both you and those around you. Incorporating gratitude into daily rituals can make it a seamless part of your life. For instance, before meals, take a moment to silently thank the food, the hands that prepared it, and the resources that made it possible. At the end of the day, reflect on moments that brought you joy or lessons learned from challenges. These small acts anchor you in appreciation and help to build resilience against negativity. Gratitude has profound effects on both the mind and body. Studies have shown that practicing gratitude regularly can lower stress levels, improve sleep, and enhance overall well-being. By focusing on what is good and meaningful, you shift your brain's focus away from what is lacking or troubling, fostering a greater sense of contentment and peace. Importantly, gratitude is a practice, not a one-time event. The more you engage with it, the more natural it becomes to see the positive amidst life's complexities. It helps you realize that even when circumstances feel overwhelming, there are still countless reasons to feel thankful. This realization does not erase challenges but gives you the strength and perspective to face them with grace. Through the practice of gratitude, you learn to cultivate a mindset that values and cherishes the gifts of life. It becomes a lens through which you view the world, allowing you to rise above negativity and embrace a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment. Mindful breathing and meditation are profound tools for calming the mind and addressing negative thoughts. These practices work by helping you develop awareness of the present moment, creating space between you and your thoughts, and fostering a sense of inner peace. When negative thoughts take over, they often feel like an unstoppable storm. Mindful breathing and meditation act as an anchor, grounding you in the here and now and offering a way to navigate through mental turbulence. Mindful breathing is one of the simplest and most accessible forms of mindfulness. It involves focusing your attention on the natural rhythm of your breath, observing it as it flows in and out of your body. The breath is always present. It does not belong to the past or the future, making it a powerful tool for anchoring your mind in the present. To practice mindful breathing, start by finding a quiet space where you can sit comfortably. Close your eyes or soften your gaze and bring your attention to your breath. Notice the sensation of air entering your nostrils, filling your lungs and leaving your body. You don't need to change your breath, just observe it as it is. If your mind starts to wander, gently guide your focus back to your breath without judgment. This simple act of returning your attention to the present helps break the cycle of negative thinking. Meditation expands upon the practice of mindful breathing by providing a structured way to observe your thoughts and emotions without attachment. Through meditation, you can cultivate the ability to step back and witness your thoughts as they arise and fade, rather than being consumed by them. Over time, this practice reveals the impermanent nature of thoughts, showing that they come and go like passing clouds in the sky. One effective meditation technique for addressing negative thoughts is the noting method. When a thought arises, simply acknowledge it without judgment by mentally labeling it worry, fear, or self-criticism. Then, return your focus to your breath or chosen point of meditation. This process helps you create a sense of distance from your thoughts, reducing their emotional charge and influence over you. Body scan meditation is another approach that combines mindfulness with a focus on physical sensations. By shifting your attention from your thoughts to the sensations in your body, you ground yourself in the present and foster a deeper connection to your physical being. This practice can be particularly helpful when negative thoughts are accompanied by tension or stress, as it encourages relaxation and release. Regular meditation builds resilience, making it easier to respond to negative thoughts with clarity and calmness. The brain itself undergoes positive changes with consistent practice. Studies have shown that meditation can decrease activity in the parts of the brain associated with stress and overthinking, while enhancing areas linked to emotional regulation and self-awareness. Mindful breathing and meditation are not about suppressing or erasing negative thoughts, they are about transforming your relationship with them. By cultivating awareness, you create the ability to choose how you respond to your thoughts rather than reacting automatically. This sense of control fosters a more peaceful and empowered state of mind. Over time, these practices help you discover an inner stillness that is untouched by the fluctuations of the mind. In this space of stillness, you can find clarity, balance, and a sense of freedom from the grip of negativity. With regular practice, mindful breathing and meditation become tools you can carry with you, available anytime you need to center yourself and find peace. In the journey of transforming negative thoughts, remember that the power to shift your mindset lies within you. Each of the practices we've explored, whether mindful breathing, reframing your perspective, or surrounding yourself with positivity, serves as a tool to help you claim your inner peace and clarity. It's not about eliminating challenges or difficulties, but learning to navigate them with grace and resilience. Every step you take toward managing your thoughts, is a step toward a more empowered and fulfilled life. By cultivating awareness, practicing gratitude, and staying present, you create a foundation of strength that allows you to rise above negativity and embrace the beauty and potential of each moment. Change doesn't happen overnight, but with patience and consistency, you can reshape your relationship with your mind. Trust in the process and in your ability to grow. The mind is a powerful ally when nurtured and understood, and by mastering your thoughts, you unlock the limitless possibilities of a life lived in harmony and joy.